So this is my first video as a body well fed, and I just thought I'd say hi for the first time. It's my dog. I've just come to sit outside because it's nice weather out here, and I've just finished work and I just had to change because it's so hot, which is really nice. So over the last couple of days I've really struggled with a relapse, basically, and I just wanted to talk a bit about that because it's something that it happens for me in big bursts. So it'll happen and then I'll be fine for a few months, and then something will happen. Normally it's kind of corresponding with stress, and we're just coming up to my wedding in a month and we're buying a house, and with all of these things, and work has been unbelievably stressful over the last month, and basically that's kind of caused, I think, a relapse. And you know, it's a little bit different to how it used to happen. I would, you know, go on a diet or something like that. This time the relapse has been about high carb, low fat veganism, so still restrictive, but it's, you know, easy for the ED to latch onto, because it's like, it's about the environment, it's about animals, it's about, you know, so many other things that the ED can really get into and sort of say, oh, you know, it's not about this, it's about health, it's not about losing weight. And you know, it's so easy to get sucked into it. Sorry, he's gonna bark now. It's so easy to kind of get sucked into it, and I did. And you know, I spent like 2.5 days eating shit tons of fruit, basically. One, I suppose, small thing about that was a bug on me. One small thing, good thing about it has been the fact that it's not been about restriction in terms of calories. So I have been getting my minimums in, which is good. Reggie, shut up. He wants to be in the video. Reggie, be quiet. Shh, come say hello. So the relapse has been about restricting the types of food, not about the calories, is what I'm sort of trying to say with all these distractions. So sorry, I can't think with this dog in my face. But the good news is that I kind of got over it, and after a couple of days I just thought, what the hell am I doing? You know, health is not for me anymore about eating a certain way and weighing a certain amount. Like, I had this amazing epiphany where I was just like, I got on the scale and I saw I'd dropped like 2 pounds in 2 days, and I just thought, that's not good. I don't want to lose weight. If veganism is going to make me lose weight, I do not want to lose weight in that way, because it's not sustainable. It's not, you know, any weight that you lose by forcefully restricting can come back on, and it will come back on, and it has come back on in the past. I've gained and lost so much weight, you know, by restricting, by doing certain diets, and it doesn't fucking work, and I know that now. And that's the amazing thing. I sort of had this moment where I was just like, no, I'm not gonna do this. Like, losing weight is not the right way in this way. You know, I was peeing a lot and losing loads of probably water weight, which is, I don't know what that's done to my recovery. It's probably put me back, I don't know. But I was like, fuck it, I want to lose weight when it's right, when my metabolism is healed, when it's the right time, not by restricting, by cutting out groups and calories, or whatever I, you know, my ED wants me to do. And that's a massive change. It's a big progression that I've made. You know, 2 years ago I would never have even thought about doing that, and it just shows like how much I've improved and how much I've grown as a person in terms of recovery, and I think that's great. And so today, you know, I feel as high as a kite. You know, I felt drained a bit in the morning because it's tiring, arguing with your eating disorder and fighting it and trying to get back on the wagon. But I feel really good now because I fought it, and I fought it with rhetoric that I'd never even heard myself say before. And that's a huge thing, and I just suppose wanted to sort of talk about that and reassure people that it will happen. And I made a big stand for myself last night, and I was worried that I might be disappointing my fiance because he's vegan and he wants me to be vegan as well, and I was thinking, oh God, you know, and I was fighting with that, but ultimately he doesn't care. You know, he wants me to be happy. And so for me to take that stand for myself and kind of not give in and turn it around and pull myself out of it and come back to unrestricted eating whatever I want, whenever I want, the calories I want. And it wasn't like this massive binge, which is great. I just sort of got back onto normal eating. I carried on as I was, so I think the fact that there wasn't necessarily calorie restriction was probably a really good thing, and it was really lucky this time. I might have had a worse reaction if I had, for example, jumped on the 5-2 diet and done 2 days of fasting. Like, obviously that would have been worse, I think. But I think mentally I've made a massive shift, and you know, it's coming up to my 2-year anniversary in September, and you know, I've made progress. I have. And even though I gained over 100 pounds, and even though I have really bad days, and even though you know, my body is still pretty big and there's fat and all sorts of things, the mental progress and the internal strength that I've gained is absolutely undeniable, and it's like the sun. But yeah, it's undeniable. And I suppose I just wanted to share how happy I am and how it is the answer. Like, mini mod or HDRM, Eurytopia, you know, like that program that like encourages to eat minimums and eat unrestrictedly. Don't restrict what you want to eat or nothing, you know. That's the answer basically, and I just want to shout that from the rooftops to everybody that will listen. And not to say veganism is bad, of course it's not for anybody else, but I think for people with eating disorders, and certainly for me, it's not the right thing. And you know, it will come. Recovery will happen. Maybe not in 2 years, maybe in, you know, it will sort of creep up on you in the ways that you don't even know. So yeah, it's just kind of life-changing. So yeah, I just wanted to share that. So have a good evening. Bye.